What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. And the first thing I want to discuss is this situation that's going down with Tee Grizzley. So apparently there's a situation that's going down with this brother that's quite frightening and very disturbing, to say the least, if all of this is true. So back on August 22nd, 2019, there was an unfortunate situation that transpired that involved Tee Grizzley's aunt, Jobina, aka JB. And so basically there were some shots that rang out towards the car that JB was in, and Tee Grizzley was in the car with his aunt, but his aunt ended up getting struck and nobody else got hit, and they tried to rush her to the hospital to save her life, but unfortunately she passed away. Now this situation took place in Detroit, and Tee Grizzley is on record stating that his aunt unfortunately passed away in that fashion, but he really felt that it was meant for him. Now, what's interesting about this dynamic is they're saying that Tee Grizzley had his own aunt pregnant. Now, there's speculation that that's not really his aunt, that he looked at her as an auntie because of all the things that she did for him, helped him when he got out of prison, basically was appointed to be his manager by him. And that's where things get tricky and shaky. Now, what I'm going to do here is insert a couple of clips and then I'll be back.
Why would Tee Grizzley want a aunt? Well, in court today, a close source to the family was actually in court. And the state actually threw out that they believe that Tee Grizzley impregnated the aunt, that the aunt was pregnant at the time for Tee Grizzley's baby, according to the family.
And many more. But I was able to catch it today, although the audio wasn't allowed for screen recording while looking. You can only screen record if the audio picks up from another device. And I didn't know that today. But I took some key notes. And the house that Tee Grizzley allegedly stopped at the day JB lost her life to go inside. Remember we said that was his aunt's house? Another aunt? Well, she took the stand today. And to sum up 8 hours for you guys in 60 seconds, I say this. That rumor that's floating around that Tee Grizzley got his alleged aunt pregnant, the state believes that. Not the family TV, not Reddit, the state.
Come to find out, Tee Grizzley and his aunt/manager isn't blood related. So if Tee Grizzley is impregnating her, it feels like the situation got messy. But what's the official theory? What's the official conspiracy? You heard a lot of bits and pieces. Well, here is the full theory laid out, and exactly why people believe that Tee Grizzley hired the help of his friend Wu Thing, who was close with his best friend Buka 600, and they conspired this plan to murder the aunt.
Everybody in the world know Tee Grizzley had something to do with his auntie/manager getting, and here's why. One, he was in a bad management deal with her and he wanted out, which she wasn't about to let him go without her own percentages. So that's one. He impregnated her and allegedly gave her a. So that's just the rumor for right now, but he wouldn't want the world to know his status, especially exposed through a low quality woman like JB, because she wasn't that attractive. 3, the man that's being alleged of JB is Tee Grizzley's best friend, Shooter. So put 2 and 2 together. His best friend Shooter. I would say his best friend name, but I'm not because I don't want to incriminate him. But he's from Chicago and he has a chain with a grizzly bear merged with his team's logo. So if you find that chain, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Everybody in the streets of Detroit been knowing this since 2019. I don't know why this just not emerging on the internet. Maybe because the dude Wu Thing, he in trial right now and they about to give him life, of course. But it's a direct tie to Tee Grizzley. Soon as this over, the feds gonna come and then he gonna get indicted. So y'all be on the lookout for that. You should already know once these getting married and start acting like they so happy in life, they did something criminal. Look a little dirt. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments.
Did Tee Grizzley really unalive his auntie? She was also his manager as well. She part of the reason First Day Out was even made. That's why people shouting out his aunt in the comments. And y'all know that song ended up changing their life in 2017. And everything was going well until August of 2019. It's 2 sides to every story, so Tee Grizzley said.
So we was at the studio with Guapo and Jay Swan or whatever. And I'm going to my cousin's house, my older cousin.
And they was in a bad area, so Tee Grizzley told his aunt,
come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go yet. I'm begging her to come to the house.
And since Tee Grizzley couldn't convince her, he decided to go inside the house on his own.
JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses and stuff like that. The house wasn't even dirty, but to her, she just a clean, real clean person.
And as Tee Grizzley waited for someone to come to the door.
You know what I'm saying? Behind me. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I'm thinking they about to come to the side and start, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing on me at the time.
And when Tee Grizzley went to go check on his aunt, he seen that she got shot.
On the street, when we ran out, my driver was gone with no cars out there. I'm like,
She was in the, so what was the vehicle? She was in the car? Like,
she was in the car.
Okay.
She was in the car.
It do sound back door when everybody end up leaving the car except for your auntie.
And my driver ended up calling me like, and told me what happened. So basically what happened, they walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? So they opened my door, trying to get at me. He ended up hitting her up.
And unfortunately, she passed away at the hospital. And years later, we found out that this guy's the person that unalived his aunt. And everybody making a big deal because he an OTF member from 600. And y'all see Tee Grizzley is locked in with 600. And people are saying Tee Grizzley paid 600 to unalive his aunt. And they say he was following the person that unalived his aunt. And before we even found out who did it, people from Detroit been was saying Tee Grizzley backdoored his aunt. Now, why people think Tee Grizzley would do this, they said because his aunt owned some of his music and Tee Grizzley was trying to get the rights back. But supposedly his aunt wasn't trying to sign the rights over to his music, so that's why he ended up getting her unalived. According to the internet, because these is all just conspiracy theories.
Try to go around trying to clear no because it is what it is, as far as like, you know, I ain't about to be certain can't entertain, bro, especially when it's absolutely nonsense. You see what I'm saying? But you do got a lot of go to the internet and think that everything they see on that facts. It's not a place for facts. You can see some dead in your face, chat. That's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the internet?
Alright, so you guys just saw and heard all of that, and of course you saw in the last video Tee Grizzley is refuting all of these claims. He's basically saying that they're baseless, and a lot of people are responding to that actual clip, and they're saying that he looks uneasy, uncomfortable. They're saying that he cannot keep eye contact or whatever the case may be. Then there were some people that were saying, hey, he had his uncle's wife, which was JB, pregnant. And so they believe that he did it because he basically went behind his uncle and got his woman pregnant. So it's just a whole lot of hoopla, a whole lot of mess. But at the end of the day, they're saying that Tee Grizzley is connected solely based off of the fact that when T got out of jail or whatever, he owed the IRS some money. So he decided to try to duck them for a while to stack up his paper, and then he was going to go pay them. So meanwhile, he basically turned everything over to his aunt because they couldn't come after him. Everything was in his aunt's name or whatever. But when Tee Grizzley got rich and paid those people back, he wanted the rights to his music back, and she declined it. And so you just think about it, you know, if you have your music and you trusted this person to watch it just for a little bit of time until you got your shit together and straight, and then all of a sudden they're refusing to give it back to you, that could make someone angry. This is his life, right? His music is his life. And so it's not above the realm of possibility, but I'm not here to convict Tee Grizzley in the court of public opinion either. So I can't say that any of that is factual, right? But I want to know what you guys think. Drop down in the comments and let a brother know what you think about everything that was discussed within this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.